just the uniqueness of it, right? It's a new project, it's a bigger project. You don't just run across those all the time, especially in our industry. Now we've done some, but to have them that physical size, I would say is the biggest system that we've made here at Republic in my 22 years of working here.
Feels good.
The biggest hurdle in a project like this is usually time, right? We work closely with our clients to make sure we're not just addressing their immediate need, but their needs for the future. So I was the initial phone call they made. I was able to go out with Alex and kind of bring him up to speed on the project.
A company we've worked with for years needs to package potato chips across their facility. We visited the site multiple times.
That included us climbing ladders, going on the roof.
We got on the roof on a Dallas, Texas summer day, making a plan of where everything will be.
We wound up walking the whole plant, started talking about what their future growth was going to be. This is on their bagging line, and so they have over 200 and some odd baggers. As we got deeper into the project, we realized it just was not cost effective at all for us to try to modify the system they currently had, and they were tired of all of the little individual vacuum pumps that it comes with, or having to fix one once it breaks and all of that.
You could use many individual pumps. Our solution is a central system.
The benefit of our central systems over some of our competitors is that we make everything in-house and we're an ISO certified company. So we have complete control over the design.
What we did was 4 huge pumps, a skid, and a tank.
We sold them a stand-mounted expandable central system, which means you can keep adding more and more pumps and tanks to it and make it as powerful as you want.
There's room on the skid for 2 more pumps. So a total of 6 pumps.
Because of the size of this system, we went with the Claw technology, one of the larger ones that are out there, and we adapted it to fit our system.
Each pump weighed over 1,000 pounds, so everything had to be on a grander scale than what we would usually do. Plus it can fail because that will cost them thousands and thousands of dollars.
That's one of the great things about having a system. If something happens to one pump, you can still operate. It doesn't shut the plant down, it just keeps going.
In this case, if one pump goes down, we have 3 others that can take over and do the work for it.
We've designed with serviceability in mind, so that includes adding attachments and detachment points, access points for forklifts, cranes, and any sort of servicing involved with removing or reattaching parts. Thinking about how the parts have to install together, just because you really have to think about the placement of your piping.
As well as where we were going to put the central system in relation to these lines, how far of a run that was going to be. You have to account for all of that stuff and making sure that they're not going to have pressure losses or vacuum losses.
It's large pipes and a lot of material.
To have a stronger product is to make it be more flexible. What we're using now is actually pharmaceutical grade plastic hose, so it's extremely flexible. It's clean because you can actually see through it, make sure that no particles are getting stuck in there creating bacteria buildup, and it takes a lot less time to install.
There were some heat concerns about the area that it's been put in, so the control panel itself has its own AC unit. And I guess from the manufacturing standpoint, it's just a lot of working together. That's the cool thing also about this project. It incorporates really our whole company.
You mainly just have to trust your team.
And we draft together an idea that is going to solve the problem.
Whenever there's a new design that has a lot of constraints and unknown factors, and finding out the optimal solution to all of that, that's what I like designing the most.
Being here 22 years, as we've grown, we've learned to do things a lot better and a lot more efficient, especially to make sure that you're addressing exactly what the customer needs. And for the central system we're shipping today, we just made sure we had all of our T's crossed and I's dotted. So now that it's finally leaving, it's almost like this big weight's lifted off. And of course, we're looking for the next big one.